Hey guys, a very good morning. Fabio here. Hope you guys are all well and welcome to a new daily market outlook. So yesterday's market outlook played out to absolute perfection. It seems I'm from the future. No, but all jokes aside, let's see what the dollar index, the major dollar pairs and gold are going to be doing for the day ahead. And yeah, let's just dive in. Okay guys, so as we can see, the dollar index essentially has reacted beautifully to essentially the levels that we anticipated yesterday. If we dive in towards the 1 hour, what we can clearly see is that we came in towards that swing low, reacted beautifully off that swing low. However, to our left, we didn't react to any area of demand. So what happened? We pushed down lower once again, came in towards that area of range demand, close towards that 25% mark of the overall range if we view the 4 hour over here. And as we know, the 4 hour is bullish, so yeah, buying from around that 25% region is always a good idea in my opinion when you're range trading. So yeah, overall a beautiful markup on the dollar index. So we're bullish. Essentially this is all just a pullback, so internal structure is very important to look at because it could potentially tell us when we're going to start heading up higher. And what I can currently see on the dollar index essentially is that we're going from this downtrend over into towards an uptrend. Pullback has now been fulfilled essentially, and yeah, from now onwards, if we can break this high over here, then I do expect us potentially to start breaking out alongside the fundamentals. But for now, short-term dollar index definitely looks good. We could still meet some resistance inside of this area of supply alongside once this high gets liquidated over here. But for now, at least a push in towards 96.521 is what I'm looking at. So yeah, without further ado, let's head over to our first pair, which is Aussie dollar. Okay guys, so Aussie dollar, absolute beauty, not gonna lie. So if we quickly view the 1 hour, what you guys know is that I was looking at this area of consolidation slash descending price action. I was expecting for us to at least take out this high and to then dump. If we look at the 4 hour real quick, I did initially have my area of 4 hours supply drawn on this fresh bullish candle which got engulfed. But once I saw that the market wasn't really showing any bearish price action inside that area of supply, I adjusted it to the wick. Quickly show to the wick of this 4 hour bearish candle from where the overall push in towards the downside initiated. So I was very interested to see from, okay, well, where can we potentially start reversing once we kind of take out this high and this high on the lower time frame as well. So if we dive in towards the 1 hour, first of all, what we can clearly see, and let me show this to you guys, is that we have a clear area of supply located inside of, and let me just delete this black line, inside of these imbalances over here at the top. So if you view the overall market, what you can clearly see is a push up, a consolidation, push up, the pullback, overall consolidation again, push up, pullback, consolidation. This essentially is again just a drop, a base, a rally, then essentially rally, but then what happens? Overall consolidation, push back down, market moves back up in towards consolidation, and then we start dumping. So what's really beautiful about this level over here is that we have this swing high above, which we liquidated. Also, furthermore, we liquidated this high. So a lot of stop losses getting hit over here and over here. Furthermore, on the lower time frame, everybody was thinking that market structure was bullish. However, if we know our swing structure, we know that Aussie dollar overall was bearish. And that's also why, essentially we saw a beautiful dump back down in towards the downside. So after taking out liquidity from this swing high over here, we saw that further push in towards the highs. No real bearish price action that I was waiting for inside of that initial 4 hour supply zone that I drew in yesterday. But we did see reaction from this higher one. So diving towards the 15, because the 15 was essentially the time frame I was viewing, what we can clearly see is that we had this 15-minute uptrend, no real bearish price action inside of this initial 4 hour supply zone, which I had drawn on over here. But we did have a bearish reaction from that supply zone up higher. Furthermore, if we adjust our zone from the 1 hour to the 15-minute to this imbalance candle, which essentially caused a massive drop, and from essentially where everything originated, we could also see, okay, swing low below, liquidation happening over here. Market comes back up, takes out the stop losses of this swing high over here. Furthermore, taps beautifully in towards 15-minute supply. And then on the lower time frame, on the 15, you can see a trend switch. So this wick over here, and let me just zoom in for you guys. This wick over here gets broken by these candles over here, meaning, and you can dive in towards the 15-minute on your own chart and just view it. over here, boom, 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 boom. So a very easy trend switch, lower low, lower high, and then boom, sell off. So yeah, beautiful price action, Aussie dollar overall. So what are we expecting for the day ahead? Well, essentially, I'm expecting this area of demand now to get hit. As we can see, we've just been breaking areas of demand on the go. Yeah, for now, it just is so that the 4 hour has now formed a new bearish leg. This over here is your new 4 hour break of structure. So this is now going to be your swing high, and somewhere down below over here, we're going to be expecting our new swing low. So daily is bearish, 4 hours bearish. So we are going to be looking for shorts. However, we could potentially look to trade a pullback from either this area of 4 hour demand or this area of 4 hour demand back up in towards the highs, either in towards this imbalance over here, or of course, what would be even more beautiful is that highest imbalance and supply over there. So yeah, that's Aussie dollar. Let's head over to our next pair, which is Euro dollar. So Euro dollar, guys, played out to absolute perfection, push up in towards that zone, then a push back down from supply. So what are we expecting at the moment? Well, we have some weak area of demand, or we have a weak area of demand located over here. But for now, essentially, I'm just going to be, and excuse me for that, for now, I'm going to be waiting for this demand extreme to get hit, as yeah, that just holds my preference for now, as I am seeing a lot of bearish momentum within the market at the moment. If we do not see any bullish price action from this region over here, then I'll be waiting for this extreme area of demand to get hit. So yeah, and what do I want to see on the lower time frame over here? Well, I want to see a 15-minute trend switch with confirmation for potential buys back up higher, because essentially the 4 hour swing structure is still bullish. This is still just a pullback. However, we have to take into consideration that all these areas of demand have already been filled. This is also not the strongest area of demand. This would have been a strong area of demand if it took out this high, but it hasn't. Therefore, it's just a normal area of demand. This over here is a stronger area of demand because it essentially caused price to push all the way up, take out these highs of structure, and also this high as well. So yeah, that's why I'm just going to be waiting for that extreme area of demand. So yeah, let's head over to our next pair, which is pound dollar. So pound dollar, guys, and pound dollar just missed my black line over here, which I gave in the market update channel on Discord. If you're not in, make sure to check it out. For now, pound dollar is still bullish in my opinion. High break, high break, high break, high break. This is currently your low. So this is 4 hour demand. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we just see a little bit of a dump, a little bit lower, and then a potential higher high in towards that area of the supply, excuse me, over here, and taking out this swing high and liquidated stop losses, which lay above. If we break this swing low over here, then we will flip bearish, and then of course from there onwards I will start looking for the shorts, because we have hit a daily 618, so we could start be pushing back down. However, I mainly trade the 4 hour, so the daily is bearish but the 4 hour is still bullish, so I'm just waiting for the 4 hour to align with the daily for potential shorts. In the meantime, in my opinion, we could still see some further upside, but I'll just keep on believing that until we break this swing low over here. So let's head over to Kiwi dollar. And Kiwi dollar, guys, Kiwi dollar, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I absolutely killed this one. Yeah, bearish 4 hour, as we can clearly see over here, which I pointed out yesterday, and I told you guys I was waiting for this high to get liquidated with a push in towards supply. It happened, and what did we see? We saw NZDUSD absolutely die. Yeah, beautiful scenes, guys. Furthermore, excuse me, looking at the 15, why did we pump or push back down in towards the downside from here? Well, there's not really any super clear areas of 15-minute supply. We had this over here, but as we can see, we broke above it. So that's not fantastic. But yeah, for the rest, we had this 15-minute imbalance over here. And that's the one essentially that we reacted to. So yeah, beautiful scenes. If you look at the 15-minute or at the 5-minute even, what you can clearly see on the 5-minute is essentially clear uptrend in towards the highs. Then what happens? Boom, boom, boom. From there, essentially the sell-off from this area of 5-minute supply. So yeah, on the lower time frame, you could have potentially taken an entry. Looking at the 4 hour as well, yeah, just beautiful, beautiful price action. Very clean, liquidating all the stop losses above the high and then seeing that sell-off. Currently didn't react to this area of demand, so I am expecting essentially lower prices. Of course, we've seen a 4 hour break of structure over here, so we could potentially start pulling back. Because after a break of structure, you can always expect a pullback. So for now, this is kind of my area of supply over here. but we have to understand that you can kind of take this entire range into consideration, this buy to sell. So this is my supply for now, which I'm going to be watching for potential sells once we retrace in towards there, and then potentially see a new daily lower low form. So yeah, let's head over to our last pair, which is gold. So gold, guys, and gold also absolutely beautiful scenes, pushed up in towards this area of supply, pushed a little bit higher in towards that doji candle over here at the top. I was potentially expecting higher levels, but as we can see, we never really broke this highest area of supply, and we saw some bearish price action on the lower time frame. Therefore, it wasn't really interesting to keep on holding to long positions. But yeah, for now, beautiful reaction to this area of supply, dumped back down in towards demand. For now, very clear trend line which we are reacting to, so I'm expecting this trend line to get run and essentially this low over here to get taken out. So I'm going to be waiting for 1796.29 to get liquidated, then potentially a reversal back up. If we break this low, 4 hour flips bearish, and we will see 1772.03. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for tuning in once again. If you have any questions, as per usual, feel free to ask me over here in the comment section or in the Discord. Don't forget to like this video, and a big shout out to all of you for your support. Thanks, guys.